Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Cooking with Nancy O. Welcome to our kitchen. I will have Rick helping us today because we have a lot going on in the kitchen. Oh, you want to come in? He's saying hi. That's it. Go back. Oh. So I was just wondering how many of you did something with your pumpkins yet from last week. We cut one of ours and we put the pumpkin seeds, and they are so different than the other pumpkin we did. And they taste fantastic. So I really challenge you to cut those pumpkins and cook those seeds like we taught. So today we have a really great show for you. We're going to share two items with you. And the first one is Bok Choy. And I'm going to show you how it's growing on the tower garden. I'm going to kind of walk over that way. You won't be able to see me, but you'll see my hands. Let me get around here. Okay. Can you guys see my hands? Can you see me, Rick? So this is the way Bok Choy grows on the tower garden. Can you see this? Yes. Okay. And then we just cut the leaves off. We're not cutting the whole amount off. The other thing I want to show you on the tower garden is we took some strawberry runners out of our yard and we cleaned them all up. And we're going to try to grow strawberries this winter. So you guys will be able to follow us on that. Next week, we're going to be showing you, we'll be showing you our outside tower gardens that we brought inside. So I hope you caught all that because I kind of turned my back to the microphone. But the Bok Choy, normally when you get it, it comes in like a bulb on the bottom. We separated it because we wanted to show you something today. So this is a Bok Choy that was bought from the store, and this is off the tower garden. And if you can see the difference, I'm going to kind of pick this up and see if I can't get that in the camera. I got to go, this camera. Do you see the dirt in there? You have to scrub all of that out. You see how it's mostly stalk? This is off the tower garden. There's no dirt. You can take it right off the tower garden and use it. There's no chemicals that are going to harm you. So I'm going to hand this piece to Rick so he can go wash it. And we're going to talk about Bok Choy for a while. I have a whole container of Bok Choy here. Some of it is from the store because we don't waste food around here. But I just want to see, isn't that beautiful off the tower? And then there's one from the store. See how leggy it is? It doesn't get all that full growth. So Bok Choy is full, absolutely a powerhouse with vitamins. It has so many vitamins, I can't even remember all of them. So I'm going to read them to you. They have vitamins, minerals, nutrients. It's loaded with vitamin C, vitamin A, and K. It contains antioxidants, which those are so good for our bodies. And that protects our eyes in significant amount of calcium, magnesium that supports the bones. So our daughter introduced me to Bok Choy about 5 years ago, I guess, when we went to visit her, and she cooked it, and I thought it was so delicious. And so I was very happy when I found out I could grow this on the tower garden. So it also has the same health benefits of broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. So it's all good for the cardiovascular system and for fighting cancer, which nobody wants that. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to cook this. I have altered the recipe just a smidgen of what we're going to show you because I wanted to cut mine into leaves. So the cooking time is not going to be as long. We're going to have Rick start over there at the skillet. And what he needs to do is he's going to throw in the skillet like a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And he's going to have to coat that whole pan with that. Now, he's very precise in his cooking, guys. So he's going to be really good at this. Right, honey?
Awesome.
You got to talk louder. The microphone's way over here, right?
I do my best.
So the big thing is to get that whole pan coated with that extra virgin olive oil. while he's doing that, I will show you what I already put together, because all of this, normally you would take that and cut it in half or in quarters, however large it is. But since mine comes off the tower, it's smaller. So we're going to cut back the cooking time. Whoops. We got a man down here. Okay, so we're going to, in his skillet, he's going to add shallots and garlic and just stir them up for a couple minutes. And he doesn't want those to get too overcooked there. So we're going to have him put those in there. There with this. So we're going to have 3 cloves of garlic. So this garlic that I bought at the store is very large. I picked out a little bit smaller because we don't like to be overwhelmed by garlic. Some people do. So just adjust it according to your taste. I kind of like a medium garlic taste in there. It's all your preference on what you're doing. So he's going to cook those up for a couple minutes. And while he's doing that, we have over here, I got together, this is going to be 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I'm using a toasted sesame oil on it today. I've never tried sesame oil, but I hear it's fantastic. And I love the flavor of sesame. So I think this is going to be an added bonus for this. So how's that going, Rick? It looks really, really yummy.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. So he didn't burn it yet. Okay. So the thing that I want to tell you is that has the 3 cloves of garlic, but I want to talk about shallots. So it has 2 large shallots in there. And I kind of wanted to tell you the difference between shallots and onions. So the shallots are a more delicate, sweet flavor and with a hint of sharpness. Where when you use an onion, it's got that onion bite to it, really good onion bite. So I kind of like this idea of using shallots more and more because I like the little sweetness added to it. So you can see that we're using about 2 pounds of the bok choy. We have the 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and only a teaspoon of the oil in here. It calls for crushed red pepper, which we're going to use at the end, but this is going to be totally optional if you don't want that. Now, something else you can do in place of the soy sauce, you could maybe eliminate that part. And when you take it off the skillet and put it on your plate, you could put some lemon juice on it because that would give it a little citrus taste. How are you doing? Okay, so you're going to add the soy sauce and your bok choy. Okay, so what he's going to do is he's going to put all that in the pan there, and then he's going to put the bok choy in there and kind of coat it. It's easier to use tongs when you're cooking with a big item like this. Well, there he goes. It looks good. That's really going to fill that pan. We don't quite have 2 pounds. We came up a little short on 2 pounds, so we just made do with what we had. Now he's going to add more. He's such a good sous chef, let me tell you. He does a great job. Next week, I'll have a microphone on so we can walk around and talk a little better. Look at that. Wow. You guys are going to have to join us for dinner. This is a lot of veggies to eat for 2 people, but wow. Wouldn't this be wonderful at Thanksgiving? Just absolutely scrumptious, feeding everybody those wonderful vitamins and they don't even have to know that it's so good for them, just that you know that they're getting good nutrition. So now we're going to, so he tossed that to coat it. Let's put the lid on it a little bit and simmer it. We're going to let that steam down a little bit. And then when that's done, we're going to pull that out and give it a little taste. But I also have another surprise for you, because what do you guys do on Thanksgiving for snacks after dinner? Well, we have some cherry cheesecake energy bites coming up that you are going to love. So while that's cooking, I'm going to give you a little lowdown on these cheesecake bites. These are a cherry cheesecake energy bite, and I'm going to tell you, this is what I'm making them out of. Oh, we got a little glare there, don't we? Let's see, what can't, oh, there, can you get, there we go. So this is made by the Juice Plus company, and it's called Complete, and it's a protein mix. And this protein mix is chock full of vitamins. It has 14 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber, and only 1 gram of fat. And we're going to do a great little cheesecake recipe here with that. And I'm getting these bites out so you can see what they're going to look like when they're done. Let me move this platter up so we can get those into the picture. When somebody gets hungry, that they can just grab one of those and eat it, and then you know that they're getting something nutritional in it. So you want to check. He's going to check on that bok choy here and see if it's soft enough. He's going to stir it a little bit. Yeah, I think it needs to go a little bit longer. So while he's doing that, we'll keep him busy over there. I'm going to tell you how to make these bites. Now this complete, if you don't have any, give me a holler, put a message in there. I'm happy to get it for you. This comes in bulk, or it comes in individual packages. It comes in vanilla and it comes in Dutch chocolate. And so throughout the cooking shows, I'm going to teach you how to make different energy bites moving forward every week, because I think they're a great thing to add. I like having them for the grandkids, and then they think they're getting grandma's homemade candy. Okay. So all we did is we put 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in here. And if you haven't used coconut oil before, I just want to show you that it's really not, it's very solid. Let's see. And it's not in an oil form. It melts very easy, but this is the way it comes. I happen to grab Crisco brand because I don't know, it's that organic, but you can use any brand. So the next thing you're going to add is, this is a 1/3 cup. I have some dried cherries here. There we go. And we're going to throw those. We're just throwing this all into a blender. This is how easy this is. Now you're going to add a 1/2 cup of old-fashioned oats. Now you can use gluten-free if you want, or use whatever you have on hand. And then after that, we're going to do a scoop of our vanilla complete in here. If you had an individual serving, you can just use that whole serving. And we're going to put this in here. And now Rick he's going to have another job. He's going to take that over to the counter and blend that up for me. And you're just going to blend it so you can form it into little balls. You don't have to do it. Hang on till we're done. So what I wanted to show you is it just creates all these little balls of energy bites. And you just store them in an airtight container, and you can put them in the refrigerator. Would you like to try this, honey? Sure. And they are absolutely scrumptious. You know, you always eat dessert before your meal, right? Before your veggies.
Gotta have the good stuff first.
So this is really, really tasty. And it's not overly sweet. That's what I like about it. So we're going to go check on that bok choy. While he was cooking that, I gave you some really good ideas here. Oh, yeah. You want to bring it over and put it on the tray for me? It's done. So we're going to put this right on our serving tray. Okay. He doesn't want to burn me. Isn't that thoughtful? Now, doesn't that look good? He says it's all in the presentation. Oh, the shallots smell absolutely yummy with the garlic in there. Guys, look at how delicious that looks. Oh my. It might be a little too hot for the boss man to taste, but we're going to give him a bite. Let's see if I can get him a little piece here. Okay, we always like when Rick samples, don't we? Oh, he says it's too hot. Isn't that delicious?
No, that's good.
Now, when he says, oh, that's good, that means it's delicious, because he doesn't know how to use wonderful adjectives to really explain excitement.
Got a good flavor.
Oh, that is delicious. You guys, this rocks. You are going to so love this. Now he's going to sprinkle the red pepper on, which I forgot to. So that's going to add a little zip to it. I could so do this with lemon juice. This is really, really delicious. Would you guys believe there's only about 54 calories in a serving of this? That's how, and it's so chock full of health. So very good. So now you guys have learned about how to make yourself some protein bites for Thanksgiving, because with the holidays coming up, we need to keep healthier things to eat. And that's why each week I'll show a different protein bite. If you want the recipe, please just send me a message. Now, anything that you were to start growing on the tower garden now, you would be so ready for a Christmas meal. And it would all be, yeah, that's one fell on the floor. Oh yes, the Bok Choy. Rick was saying I thought he wanted me to eat this. It was on the floor. You can also put this in your salad. Why not? You eat it fresh and raw. The other thing was on the tower garden, if you guys are interested in growing your own veggies, you can have a plate full or a meal of fresh vegetables by Christmas if you were to purchase your tower garden now, if you're interested in one. And you can make the most beautiful, tasty, nutritious salad for Christmas. We're a little late to get you a big salad for Thanksgiving, but boy, we could really hook you up for Christmas. And I just had someone who purchased a garden send me a picture of his first harvest, we call it, and he's so excited. And he's experimenting with a couple new things on his tower. So I'm very excited to share all that with you. So just reach out to me if you need any of these recipes. The other thing I want to ask you is, what do you think you want to see for next week? I'm kind of floating around between broccoli and acorn squash. So if you have an opinion on that, put it in the chat down there, and I will be happy to accommodate when I start working on my recipes for next week. So until next week, you guys have a great week, a great weekend. Enjoy your family, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye now.